grief is very, very complicated.
Mm-hmm.
So in grief, you also find it is not only the loss of the person, but it is also the loss of your own role in relationship to the person.
Right. Who am I now?
Exactly. So in the
Without this
so
person.
in the who am I right now, it takes time to redefine who you are. In the loss
Hmm.
of a spouse, who are you now that you are not a spouse? You know,
But that brings a bigger question to the table when you start asking what I call meaning of life questions. Um, and when you say, who am I now? It really brings up the question, who am I? Period. And you start looking at, um, who am I? What am I doing here? And you start looking at your life in a more serious way, especially if you are in your 50s or so, and you are saying, well, maybe I want to do something else with my life than sell cars, or do banking or be a lawyer. Maybe you want to do something in your life that has more meaning, where you're not so focused on money as you are focused on making a difference.
so when you are in your 50s, as you said, this is a time of life where you're starting your probably a little bit of the anticipatory grief for your own self.
Hmm.
You know, it in the advertisements, it is over the hill and things like that. So that is when you're starting to feel that there is a future that is limited.
Hmm.
So at that point, it is, you know, the the working curve might go into, okay, I worked, I did everything for money, or I did everything for whatever, and now it is time to do things for me.
Hmm.
Who okay, so it can be accelerated by the death of somebody, where
Hmm.
you say, oh, time is really limited. Life is really limited. How
Right.
much do I have time to do what I really want to do in my life?
Well, also back to that word expectations, because so many people, they live out their life trying to meet those expectations from parents, that they got when they were a child. And um, when you get to your 50s and some trauma happens and you're going through that grieving process and you're asking all those questions, then you really, um, it's an important time to be able to pivot in your life,
Yeah.
and you pivot a lot of times because you say, hey, I've been doing this, it doesn't make me happy. I did it because my father always wanted me to be a lawyer like him, or
Yeah.
whatever that is. And
So,
so you go through a
know,
trauma, you get to choose again.
yeah. So in that case, death can be a catalyst
Right.
to find meaning, to finding meaning in your life.
Right.
So, you know what? That is one of the reasons why I'm so fascinated with death and grief.
Hmm.
What people do with that, it's it is incredible. It is incredible what can come from grief. I'm not going to go and look for somebody to die to start living my life. However, when that happens, it is an opportunity to also go inside, not only to say, who am I, but really to
Hmm.
start deglossing the things that you didn't know about yourself.
Hmm.
What are you capable of? And when you're caregiving, that's another opportunity of you
Hmm.
to be able to say, oh, I'm actually compassionate. Oh, I actually can do this and this and that
Hmm.
you had no idea that you could.